Hello everyone. Today's going to be a little bit of a quicker video because the strategy we're talking about is so similar to the one that we did last week. So today our strategy is build up breakdown. And personally, this is my favorite strategy out of all of them. I use this all the time with the kids that I babysit whenever I'm in intervention, and I find that it's very effective. Let's get into it. So the benefits of using this strategy is that you're going to build upon what the child already knows and can produce, just like with the strategies we've talked about the past couple weeks, right? And so it's using the repetition of your phrases and their phrases to strengthen the connection to words. And it provides great models for grammatical sentences and can be scaffolded, which is adjusted to their level, which I love about it. That's why it's my favorite strategy. You should use this anytime the child initiates language. It's super easy when the child especially points something out in the environment, because then you can build upon what the child can also see. And of course, throughout daily routines, this is easy for parents to do as well. So the way that it's going to work is the child is going to say something, right? That's the initial utterance. So the child could say, and then you're going to build up. So the child could say, fishy water. And then you're going to say, yes, the fishy is swimming in the water, right? So you're building up based off of what they said. You're expanding, just like we talked about last week. And here there was just an example of to provide them with an opportunity if they don't say something first, saying, what do you see? So another example of how to build up the utterance is the child says something like, car fast, and then the adult is going to say, wow, that car is driving fast, right? Very similar to the expansion strategy. But then you're going to break it down. So the child, the last example we had was, yes, the fishy is swimming in the water. And now we're going to chunk that, right? The fishy, it's swimming in the water. The fishy is swimming in the water, right? So you're going to build it up, break it down into chunks, and then build it up again. So the child can take those smaller chunks and make sense of it in the expanded utterance that you created in the first place. So here are a couple of, before I go into some more examples, I just want to say that you don't always stop right after you build up, break down, build up. So I sometimes will do this concurrently, like back to back. So I'll say like, oh, the fishy, because the child said like fishy swimming. So sometimes I'll like break down before I even build up in the first place, like, oh yeah, the fishy, he is swimming. The fishy is swimming. The fishy is swimming in the water. The fishy, he's swimming. The fishy is swimming in the water. So sometimes I'll build up, breakdown, just to make it even more concrete for the child. And sometimes I'll make an extension and do it afterwards. So this one is expanding their utterance and then breaking down, building back up. Sometimes I'll do that and then I'll extend, like, oh, the fishy must be swimming because there's a shark. Like, the fishy's swimming, there's a shark. The fishy's running from the shark, right? Because then you can continue the conversation instead of just building up, breaking down, and now you have nothing else to say. So I find that it's helpful to push it a step further, like we talked about last week. So here's another example. The child says, Daddy jumping. The adult says, Daddy is jumping with Abby. Daddy, he's jumping with Abby. Daddy is jumping with Abby, right? So you're building up, chunking it, breaking it down, and then building it back